Hi, Sheila here. Today I thought we'd work with something that's always present and can ground us to the present moment, and that is our bodies and our surroundings. So these are areas that we could call anchors, places that we can, over time, guide our awareness. And the more familiar we get with that path back into direct experience, the more of a rest our mind and our nervous system experiences. So right now, I'll invite you to look around your surroundings and just quietly to yourself, name 3 things that you see. And then, even with your eyes open, looking a little more inward, name 3 places in your body that are in contact with the floor or cushion. And then listening to your surroundings, you can name 3 different sounds that you hear. Or if there aren't 3, just kind of count to 3 and notice one of them. Maybe noticing how it changes as you observe. And then you can lower or close your eyes and drop awareness just a bit more inward. Noticing the difference in how it feels to have the eyes open, taking in visual stimulation. And with the eyes lowered or closed, it's a bit quieter or just different in some way. Notice if the mind gets busier as the eyes are lowered or closed. Sometimes when there is less actual real-time distraction, the mind will create distraction. So this is just an experience of noticing that, what the mind does, what its habits are. And as you notice the busyness of the mind, find a few deeper, round or fuller breaths, allowing the breath to be the center of your attention right now. So drawing awareness from thought towards the feel of the breath. How does the body shift with each breath? Expand. Release. Moves up or down through the chest. And again, notice points of contact between your body and the seat you've taken. And it might be at first that it's difficult to really sense where that is. So awareness to the backs of your thighs, perhaps, is a good start. The buttocks, or maybe the back. Your lower back maybe is in touch with your chair or a cushion. And if you're leaning back a little bit, maybe your shoulders as well. And even if you're leaning back, resting a bit, see if you can make a very mindful and minor shift so that your spine gets longer. So internally and gently reaching the crown of the head towards your ceiling. Just noticing how that can create some length in the front and the back of the neck. Notice if the shoulders have come along with that rising, and see if you can melt the shoulders down the back towards your seat. Becoming aware of where your hands have come to rest today. Without adjusting them at all, just noticing the position. Perhaps the weight of each hand. Any sensations in the palms of your hand, right and left. And just noticing some details about sensations in the legs and feet. Feet may be on the floor or tucked beneath you. So just looking for sensation. Presence of support, or just that aliveness that happens when we notice our skin, a little bit of shifting that happens in the body as we breathe. And it's usually helpful to notice our response to any form of discomfort in the body as we sit. So I usually invite several breaths of just being aware of those sensations before we shift in any way to accommodate. And often this allows us the direct experience of the impermanence of those sensations and our attitude towards them of liking them or not liking them. See if you can just notice where they arise, how it feels to be in their presence. And if over the time of a few breaths we notice something changes, and we can witness that. And as we notice thoughts arising, we can also notice that it is possible to guide our direction back towards something in the present moment, something in our seat that we sense with our bodies. Something in our surroundings that we take in through our ears. Or the experience of one breath, one inhalation, becoming the exhalation. So ultimately, we step by step make space for all the things that are unfolding in the present moment through sensation, through sound, to a relationship, an observed relationship with our breath. Making space for thoughts. And then releasing the thoughts, the busyness. Noticing their ability to distract us from what we are actually experiencing through the senses as we sit. So we'll prepare to end with a few deeper, wider breaths as we began, and then we can listen to the sound of the chime, 3 chimes that give us an opportunity to follow the sound as far out as we can. So the eyes open slowly, which is another opportunity to notice the difference between closed and open eyes. Again, taking in your surroundings, maybe naming 3 things to yourself again. So these practices are foundational in sitting meditation, but also as we move about our day. Anytime you want to just get more present, look for the feel of your breath, or name 3 or 4 or 5 things that you see around you, because that practice of noticing them and naming them quietly to yourself without judgment, so we're not picking our favorite things, we're just noticing chair, table, window. That grounds us into the moment, the exact moment of seeing or to hearing. Sound of cars, the sound of a bird. So I hope these guidances give us the impetus to sit on a regular basis and find these points of presence throughout our day. So be well for now, and I'll see you all soon.